Beautiful chanterelle. Oh, how pretty is that? It's very stout. Yeah, look at that. Good morning, everybody. Today is October 1st, and hunting season is now over, and yet I find myself back in the woods. Today I have a fun video for you guys. We are going chanterelle hunting. We are picking mushrooms today. I'm going to show you guys the different varieties of chanterelles I tend to come across. I just wanted to make a short fun video for you guys, do a little bit of mushroom hunting because it's been a little while since I've done that, and it's the time of season for it. So I got some baskets with me, and it's absolutely stunning out today. I've got a beautiful patch of timber behind me. Should be able to find some chanterelles somewhere. So basically the kind of forest I'm in right now, I wouldn't really call it old growth. Probably like mid growth, or I'm not really sure what to call it, to be honest. I think these trees are probably like 40, 50 years old. They may be, 40 feet tall or so, maybe a couple feet in diameter, nothing crazy. The understory here is basically all just select leather leaf type plant. It's berry producing. There's huckleberry bushes around. There's Oregon grape, which is it's the leathery leaf plant that's got parallel leaves coming up off the stem. So basically this is the understory that I like hunting. Slightly open, slightly broken up with some vegetation. Not super old trees, not super young trees, and mostly wanting conifers or evergreens. There's a couple different species that I find out in these sort of environments. So I have what looks like rainbow chanterelles to my left right here. The name I think is like Chanterelles roseocanis. These are my favorite to pick. They're the most colorful. They have a lot of meat on them. They're super nice. Over here are some golds. I think they're Chanterelles formosus. I'll be leaving the actual scientific names down below, so if I botch it, you'll actually be able to look them up. And then there's another one, I think it's Chanterelles subulbatus, and it's the white chanterelle, and I'm not sure how many of those we'll find today. They're a little bit more rare, but yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna pick some of these, give you some close-ups and show you what they look like, and then we'll go from there. So I like to wear gloves because it tends to get a little messy or a little dirty when you're picking chanterelles. And every now and then when you're picking mushrooms, you'll grab one that's got some mold on it, kind of like this guy here. That one's a little bit moldy. Sometimes you grab them, they got bugs in them, so I like to wear gloves. And I'm not one of those guys that's gonna tell you to cut them out of the ground every time. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I like to cut the bases off of them so that I don't get the rest of them dirty. A suggestion of mine is when you're picking these chanterelles, try to get as much of the duff and stuff off of them as you can while you're picking them. And it'll keep all of the rest of your mushrooms nice and clean, and you don't really have to do all that much cleaning when you get home. There's some really nice ones right here. I got this one. Oh yeah. Beautiful chanterelle. Some people say they smell like apricots. I don't really get that from them. They do smell nice. They're very, very pretty mushrooms. Oh, look, you had a friend hiding under here. They're very, very nice mushrooms. And this time of year, it's awesome because they got a good shot of rain. So they grew up nice and big. Wow, look at that guy. And they don't have any mold, and most of them don't have any bugs. So when you're looking to see if they have bugs, you want to check the stalk, and when you cut it, you want to make sure that there's no holes in the bottom of it. Look at that. Beautiful. A couple more over here. A nice big one. This one's really nice. Beautiful. There's a couple right here. So chanterelles are really, really good at hiding. As with many other kinds of mushrooms, they do very well at it. Okay, so these were picked from just right here. I haven't left this one spot. When you find a good patch, you want to look around the whole area, and especially up under the vegetation, because you'll find tons of chanterelles poking in and around all of this salal and leatherleaf type plant in these kind of open areas. But yeah, so I'm gonna get a basket going. Get these loaded up in here. Try to be gentle with your mushrooms after you've picked them. Chanterelles, while they are firm, they can be brittle at times, and they can break up into little pieces, and you don't want that. No one wants that. No one wants to put mushed up, broken up mushrooms into the pot. No one wants to buy them like that, so. So I'm gonna stand up, I'm gonna look around, and there's an old saying in the mushroom hunting community where there's one, there's more, so we're gonna look around and find another patch. Okay, let's check out some of these beautiful clusters. Look at these ones right here. See if I can. Oh, how pretty is that? Perfect cluster. Okay, so I picked a couple that were sporadically growing, but I just found a pretty good patch. Some cool looking ones coming out from under that log. Bunch of nice buttons. So I haven't really looked around much from here. Typically what you'll want to do when you find a patch of chanterelles, I like to walk up above them and see if there's any more growing above them. I'm not really seeing any up here, so we're gonna walk down. We're gonna go below the patch, because a lot of times when you find a patch, you can do that and you'll find another patch because of the way that spores travel. So I'll just check down here real quick, and look at that. Can you see them? And that patch is just right there. So we're just downhill of it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna run up there, we're gonna pick that patch, and then we're gonna work our way down and pick this one, and then we'll look below it and see if there's any more down there. So I went ahead and picked those ones up there. Now I'm down at this lower patch, and I have some beautiful golden chanterelles right here. It looks like there's some more chanterelles down there. And if I look just below me, we have another patch of chanterelles. So we're gonna be here for a minute because the clusters look like they just keep on going through the trees. All right, got about the basket about quarter-way full from that patch there and the one above it. Holy bejesus, people, look at this. Look at these. Oh my goodness. And they just keep on going. Look at that. And they go down the hill too. Look at this. Patches and patches of them. This is what every chanterelle hunter is looking for. They're looking for that big, mean, aggressive patch that's just blowing up. We're gonna grab this chanterelle. It's hiding up under this log. Be gentle. Love it. Now let's check out these big mama jummas and see what we got. basket's starting to get really full. Let's go. Let's look at these guys right here, because these look really nice. Look at that. We got a bunch under here too. Oh yeah, we got some big ones. So let's get those real quick. Okay, I've been working my way down the hill. I've been picking mushrooms down this hill, and like I said, you go up. If you don't see anything, you go downhill from that spot. I've been coming downhill, and I just came into a really nice patch of mushrooms I want to show you guys. Coming down, and I saw this one hanging out. Beautiful. And I walked over here, and I just started seeing them pop up pretty much everywhere I saw these beautiful specimens. And I looked over here, saw some rotted ones, these guys, some babies. I started moving further, found some bigger and bigger ones, and lo and behold, there's a whole patch up on this hillside. You just barely see them, but there's a ton of chanterelles right here, just popping out every single corner. Look at this right here. And just keep moving, and look, they are really everywhere in this patch. Okay, well that was pretty eventful. So I didn't film much of it because I don't really have anything to set my camera up on, but it's basically full. I found tons of them all through the Salal right here. I was picking rainbows and golds. So this one would be considered a gold chanterelle. That's what a rainbow chanterelle looks like. You can see they're much more peachy colored than a gold chanterelle. Gold chanterelles are basically just that. They're just yellow gold. Anyways, got a nice full basket here. We're gonna grab the other basket off my backpack, and we're gonna keep working our way into the timber and see if we can get into some more patches. Okay, here I am, very sweaty. It's another day, and I'm in a different patch of woods. And I am adding this to the original video because I brought up white chanterelles last time. I was finding regular old yellow or gold chanterelles. Then we also talked about rainbow chanterelles, but I brought up white chanterelles, but I didn't find any. So I'm here at a new spot, and I've come into a really nice patch of white chanterelles. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and kind of show you what these look like when you find them. Here's my basket. Very easy to tell the differences. Just totally different colors, but this is a patch of white chanterelles right here. As they get a little bit older, the cap turns a little bit more yellowish color, but without a doubt, these are whites. And I bet you if I keep looking around here, I'll probably end up finding a really good looking one. Here's a couple. And you see they're much, much lighter colored than your traditional chanterelles. They tend to have a way thicker stalk. They're way thicker, much hardier of a mushroom. And it's pretty obvious when you hold them next to each other. I mean, the color difference is pretty obvious. Here's a big old Pacific golden. I'm gonna keep hunting around. If I find some really good looking ones, I'll stop and show you guys. It's been a little dry recently, so this is what they're looking like. They'll have a little bit of orange, yellow staining on the cap, but that's because they're pretty dry. But these are whites. These are white chanterelles right here. Again, the only reason that they have that orange color is because they're drying out. Okay, here's a really good one. This one's very obviously a white. It's very stout. Yeah, look at that. See, that's a very, very typical white chanterelle. Super thick, really big. And I'll show you the difference. So this is also a white, but this is when they start drying out. They start getting that yellow. You can see they're very similar. And whites are very different from yellows and golds. See these guys, their gills are more yellow colored. The cap is very obviously yellow. Here's a better example. Look at the difference in the veins there. Totally different colors. The stipes are totally different colors. The caps are very obviously different. So yeah, that right there is a typical white chanterelle. Very nice. And like I said, they get very big, very chunky. They got a lot of meat on their bones, so if you find a good patch of these, pick them because they're really, really good. Anywho, absolutely beautiful day out. Beautiful mushrooms. I picked as much as I could without over picking. That way I can try to come back and maybe pick a little bit more next time I come here. But I'm happy with what I got. These are beautiful. Everyone's gonna love them. I always do my best to try to pick the nice looking ones. There's times where there's only so much you can do, you know. You're gonna get ones that aren't perfect and stuff like that, but get out there, go look for a good timber patch. Don't look for anything too old, don't look for anything too young. Try to stay on the south facing side. I try south facing, southeast facing, I do pretty good. And you know, look for the salal and the Oregon grape and the leather leaf plants, stuff like that, and you'll probably end up running into them. If you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know down in the comments. Subscribe if you want to come with me on more fun adventures like this. And I appreciate all of you guys taking the time out of your day to watch my videos. Get out there, go get you guys some wild food, and go have some fun outdoors. It's the best thing you can do for yourself. Have a great day, guys. I just came across something that is very exciting any time of year, but it's one of the greatest surprises when I'm out mushroom hunting. Baskets of chanterelles. I'm finding bones. Look at that one. Oh, that's sick. It was chewed on a little bit, but that's sick. I'm gonna look around this area and see if I can find the other one, but that is so sick. I'm so happy.